Greetings, First Presbyterian Church of Denton, Texas. I am Reverend Ernest L. Gardner III, and I'm so pleased to know that I'm a candidate as your next installed pastor. I wanted to provide a brief introduction about myself. In just a moment, my wife, Reverend Ellen Campbell Gardner, will come and introduce herself to you as well, and maybe even our greyhound may pop in on the screen for just a moment or two. I wanted to give thanks for the work between the Commission on Ministry of the Grace Presbytery, as well as the Pastor Nominating Committee, that in collaboration they provided an opportunity for Ellen and me to have an in-person visit in Denton, and we had a wonderful time with the Pastor Nominating Committee. It was not my first time in Denton, and I think Ellen had been a couple of times, but in the 1990s, I was a graduate student at University of North Texas and studied voice and opera. At the same time, I was also a member of the Dallas Opera Chorus. So what a great time to come here. There's so many memories that come back with me with the visit. A little bit about my history in ministry. For the last 15 years, I've been doing what is called transitional ministry. And as a transitional pastor, I've been leading the session and the congregation through a season of transition, helping them to discern what is God's desired future for them. And so, although that's great, the challenge is once you are done, you prepare the way for the next pastor and then you leave. And I have been doing this now for 11 different times over 15 years. And frankly, I had been wanting to create roots and develop long-term friendships beyond those that we have from various places where we've been. Prior to my time as a transitional pastor, I was an installed pastor for 10 years. Where I had the opportunity to be on the board for Habitat. I was a member of the volunteer fire department. I was involved with so many community matters, not just the ministry of the church as well, but also kind of serving as pastor of that community. And so I'm so thrilled to see how there's a synergy between those years as installed pastor and my years as a transitional pastor coming together in this call. And it's really created quite an excitement in me that I'm thankful to God for. And so I'm hopeful with the outcome of your congregational meeting that this video is a sign that you've asked me to serve as your next installed pastor. I want to give an opportunity for you to meet my wonderful wife, Reverend Ellen Campbell Gardner, and for her to share something about herself.
Hello, I'm Ellen Campbell Gardner, and I'm a lifelong Cradle Presbyterian. I am a Pennsylvanian that's lived in North Carolina for a long time, but not quite all the way down to Texas yet.
Nope.
I was a campus minister at Carnegie Mellon University. That's how I began my time of ministry in, I think, 1996. I went to seminary at Pittsburgh Theological Seminary, the same seminary my mother went to in the 50s. And I graduated and was ordained in 2002. I've been in ordained ministry. I've been in chaplaincy when we first got married, at Centera Norfolk General Hospital, installed ministry again in North Carolina, transitional ministry, and most recently, because you have to diversify if you're a pastor.
That's right.
Couple, visioning and long-range planning, and I've had the opportunity and privilege to work with 9 different congregations across the country. Right now, I am a transitional pastor at Elysburg Presbyterian Church, and I am, I think, 4 or 5 months into a year contract with them. And I try to be a person of my word. So you won't see me very often until April when I have fulfilled my commitment with them. But I am a big fan of transitional ministry and visioning and the life and the exciting future of the church. That's who I am.
And just so that you know, Ellen's going to come for a visit, hopefully for Christmas. I'll probably go see her and her family for Thanksgiving. And so we'll kind of do a little back and forth until April, but we're hoping that you'll have an opportunity to break bread and meet her on occasion before April.
You will.
Both of us want to give a special word of thanks, not only to the Pastor Nominating Committee, but also especially to Pastor Debbie. Debbie, you may or may not remember that we straddled over about the same time together at Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary. And so I just want to give a special word of thanks for you, for your tenure, your shepherding, your pastorate here at First Presbyterian Church in Denton. I'm so pleased to know that the session has already programmed opportunities for celebrations to celebrate your time, and that the session is going to be supporting you through the rest of this year. I hope that each member of the congregation who is listening today, whether you're in person in the church or you're listening to a video of this, that you would give a word of thanks to Pastor Debbie for her faithful service to this church. And then lastly, I want to give a word of thanks to the Pastor Nominating Committee. Many of you may or may not know that they have been working together for over 2 years, almost 3 years. And we're thankful to God that their faithfulness has come to fruition. So please give them, each member of the Pastor Nominating Committee, your personal word of thanks as well. And continue to pray. We need to be praying that God would be discerning, helping us to discern what is it that Christ wants for his church there at First Presbyterian Church in Denton. I know I'm excited about it, and I know the PNC is, and I look forward to you picking up that excitement as well. To God be the glory. Great things he has done.
How do you text and say goodbye?
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.